Saturday Social, brought to you by EA Sports FC with PlayStation 5.
This is Ask Hojlund, where we send out a call for you to get your questions in, to ask this man absolutely anything. And Rasmus, we had thousands of questions, messages, people wanting to get in touch. I've whittled them down to the best ones. Are you ready to answer some of them?
Sure.
Let's get into it. First question, how are you adapting to life in Manchester?
It reminds me a lot about Denmark, of course. So previously I've played in Copenhagen as well, and so with my own language. But I've been playing in Austria and Italy, where I have had to adapt to the language and to learn it as well. Whereas here I speak English already, so it's been easy for me to adapt in terms of outside the pitch and communicating with coaches, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I found it good.
Talk to me about the transition from playing in Italy to coming and playing in the Premier League. How different is that?
Yeah, of course it's different. Whereas in Italy it's a lot stop and go, and there's a lot of focus on defending and not conceding goals. Whereas here it's more about winning, and especially when you play for Man United, it's about getting up and score goals. Next
question. Who's the most naturally gifted player you've played with?
There's a few, to be fair. There's one guy in Atalanta, Luis Muriel. They always used to call him like the Colombian R9. He was immense. Rashi is incredible as well. Could name so many players, Bruno as well. So yeah.
Next question: if you could have any ex-Manchester United player as a strike partner, who would it be?
I think I would take Wayne, to be fair, because then he's also like a bulldog. He likes to work, and he would do massive job for me. He's selfish, but he wants to play. He wants to make you better as well, and he wants to score goals. So I think we could have a nice partnering together, especially with his size as well. And yeah, he could drop deep, and I can maybe take the deeper runs maybe, and so on.
How many goals are you scoring between the pair of you in a season?
I don't know. Hopefully it would have been. You never know. I've not played with him, but I hope we will score many.
Okay. Next one. Who did Hojlund model his game on?
So there was a lot of players. I used to look at Lewandowski a lot. Cristiano, of course. He's my idol, so I watch him a lot. And Romelu Lukaku.
That's three really different styles, but all.
Yeah, but that's like for my type of game. I wanted to like kind of. We did a lot of video analysis when I was in Copenhagen, and that's what they do very good. They go to the minute details. They go very deep and focus on that. And I try to take from every part of their games to like suck into me. You know, like okay, Rom is very good with the back to goal, to protecting the ball, whereas Lewandowski is very good at his movement in the box, and Cristiano, so on. So, yeah, I just try to.
A great mix.
Yeah.
Definitely. Next question. Who's the best footballing Hojlund in the family?
Oh, yeah. So we are four. My mother would probably not say herself, but I think all four of us would put ourselves in that. Even my father would say he's the best.
I mean, what a family! It just runs in the genes, the skill.
I think it's just a competitive gene in us that is like saying we need to be the best. Yeah, I need to put myself, because my brothers are not playing in the Premier League in United yet, but I think and hope they have a great future ahead of them as well.
How competitive was it growing up when you were playing football in the back garden?
A lot. We always had like our 2 versus 2, so my father joined in and I played with him most of the times, and they played, and yeah, it was a good fun, but sometimes there was also some angry faces around the.
Oh, it's last. I've got 2 brothers, so I know how that can be.
Yeah. But that's how it is. I think it made us better, all of us, and now we are stronger because of that.
Next question: who has the best fashion sense at Manchester United?
I think Mason is up there. Tyrell has nice taste as well, but Mason probably.
Anyone that you'd say, oof, I'm not picking from their wardrobe?
I can't put anybody out like that. But I can maybe say it's a goalkeeper, but then I don't need to say it anymore, yeah?
No more is going to be said. Best though, Tyrell, and you've also got Mason up there.
Yeah.
Right, next. Who is the best Scandinavian to play in the Premier League?
That has to be Erling Hojlund. I think he's doing great, and what he did last season, this season as well, is incredible. I'd like to mention Isak as well. He's doing very good in Newcastle, but there's a lot of great players. You can see that the Scandinavians is becoming better and better, and you can see our talent, the talent inside of the countries is just producing more and more players. So yeah, but if I have to name one, it has to be Erling.
What is it about his game? Obviously, he's got so many different skills, so many different attributes. Is there one that you look at that you just think that's special?
I think his mentality is probably the thing. He's very hungry always for scoring goals, and he's never satisfied. We saw that many times last season and this season as well. So yeah, he's a top striker.
Next question. How do you think Denmark will perform in the Euros this year?
Hopefully we can go far. No, it's my first tournament as well for Denmark, which hopefully is going to be special. I need to be selected first, of course, but I hope I can go there and we can do something special.
Talk to me about that, the smile on your face, even when I mentioned the Euros. Yeah. How special will it be to represent your nation, but at a Euros, at a tournament like that?
Yeah, so I was very close to going to Qatar last year, and it was such a... It was disappointing for me because I could almost smell it and I wanted to go very badly. But it's given me a lot of motivation. I've been climbing a lot since, and yeah, hopefully you can just. I've been told by also my teammates from the national team and everybody I'm speaking to in the team and previous clubs, everybody who's been going to a tournament just knows that it's different gravy. It's just it's so special representing your own country and try to do your best and bring them far in the tournament.
How much did that disappointment fuel you? How much hunger does it give you?
Yeah, it gave me a lot of motivation. I worked very hard, especially while they were away, because we had a pre-season in Italy where I was doing a lot of work and extra work, which eventually paid off, and I had a good few months afterwards, both for the international. I came back to international team and also had a good few months in Italy as well.
Next up, what's your favourite goal you've scored?
I scored my second goal against RB Salzburg in Austria. We won 2-0. I played for Sturm Graz. I remember they beat Liverpool in the midweek in a training match, and they looked like, you know, and everybody feared them. And then we had to play them at home, and I scored 2 goals and we won 2-1. And yeah, I think that goal was just very good. I took it from the halfway line, just tapped it across the defender, and then put it in top bins. So yeah, that's probably my favorite goal, also because it means a lot to me. I think that was where I probably put my name into like the football world and these sort of things.
Next up, who is the greatest striker of all time?
I would say Cristiano, but Cristiano was also a winger, so out and out striker is probably, in terms of abilities, is probably R9. I think he could do everything, so I have to say him.
I didn't expect you to say that. Maybe because of your age?
No,
or...
I've been playing in Italy, so I know how, and I needed to watch him because he's more or less of a god there, you know, because of his time in Inter and later on in AC. But yeah, he was special, man. He was a talent.
You mentioned that Cristiano was your idol before.
Yeah.
I mean, is he the greatest footballer of all time?
Yeah, for me he is. Yeah.
Why?
No, because he won everything. He did it in every country, and he did it everywhere he is, and he's still doing it now. And yeah, for me, he's just, again, back to the mentality. He's a monster.
Say no more.
Yeah.
No more needs to be said. Next question. Who is your best friend in the Manchester United squad?
There is a few, to be fair, but I need to put my fellow Dane up there. It's more of a big brother, little brother relationship, but it's nice to have him there. He helps me a lot, and yeah, it has to be Christian Eriksen, because yeah, we chat and we enjoy spending our time together, and he's a good guy.
Final question. How does it feel scoring a last-minute goal at Old Trafford?
Haven't done it yet. If I'm not mistaken, I've done close enough to it with against Aston Villa, but that was immense as well. But I hope there's going to come a time where I can just put the knife in the last couple of minutes. And,
I like the way you say that.
And get a goal. Yeah.
What about the team doing it and just scoring as a team and in the way and manner it's done at Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams?
Incredible. The Liverpool game, especially for me, was special. I was just coming back from an injury and had a little bit of sickness, and then we played that game and we were just flying, and winning the game in extra time the way we did was incredible.
Do you now know how big that rivalry is, Manchester United and Liverpool?
Yeah, of course I do. I've been a United fan since I was very young, so I know how big it is. It's nice that two clubs can have that big of a history and have that rivalry, which is very important for the football in general.
How would it feel to score against them?
Oh, incredible.
Look at that smile right there. Rasmus, you've been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for answering all of these questions. We've got through a lot. People wanted to ask some crazy questions. Yeah. So maybe off camera we'll be able to do that.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Cheers,
mate.
man.